How do you do? Just a word of friendly warning. I think it will thrill you. It may shock you. It might even horrify you. So if any of you feel that you do not care to subject your nerves to such a strain, now is your chance to, well, we've warned you.
Hey, welcome to Night of the Living podcast. I'm Freddy Morris. Mikey B is here.
Hello.
Andy Hung is here.
Hola.
Amy Morris is here.
Hey!
I'm getting into the theme of the month, Amy.
Yeah. And Andy is speaking Spanish because it's Hispanic Heritage Month with Louis Fowler, who is here on Skype.
Hi.
Yes.
when at Mexican restaurants, I also order in Spanish. Yo quiero un taco.
And then they're like, your Spanish is terrible. And then they bring you beans just to punish you.
That's what you deserve.
Guys, I'm just so cultural and so into things.
If you're going to do it, don't half-ass it because they're just going to bring you beans.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
I don't even like beans.
Nope.
Louis, it's been a year.
I can't believe it's been a year.
So what's been going on for the last year?
So much.
So much.
Oh my god.
You guys, this is going to be the first and last, the last Hispanic Heritage Month because of Arpaio.
Oh yeah, he's gonna make us not do it anymore.
It's not
If anything, it might be our last Hispanic Heritage Month because Donald Trump will drop the nuclear bomb on everyone.
That's true. We'll all be equally irradiated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we're all gonna. I mean, we're lucky if we get one last one out of here.
Yeah, truth.
So it's either going to be riots in the streets, nuclear war, or chances are I'm willing to bet that Donald Trump, even if you're just 1/4 Hispanic, he wants to deport you.
Yeah, that's probably appropriate. I think that is totally a fair criticism of Donald Trump. He
even if you're half Hispanic, that means there's half a rapist inside you just dying to get out to rape our beautiful white women.
Can't deport half a person. So it's like the King Solomon and the baby, where he's like, "I'll just cut you in half. I can't deport you." So Louis, if you are just now discovering Hispanic Heritage Month on Night of the Living podcast with Louis Fowler, he's a fantastic writer. I think my favorite thing that you've done since the last time we were together is the Pioneer Woman article you wrote.
Oh yeah, so that got me a lot of that got me a lot of hits and a lot of who knew the Pioneer Woman's fans were so what's the word I'm looking for?
Angry?
Hateful.
I'm raising my hand right now.
Andy's raised his hand.
Because I love her.
Go ahead, Andy.
Andy loves her.
She's so folksy.
She's not. It's a fake folksy. She's from LA. She was born here, but she lived most of her life in LA. And then she married this that guy she calls her Marlboro Man, the rancher who made all his money by stealing stealing and killing Mustangs from the natives around. They live in Pawhuska, which is I forget which tribe it is, but it's a tribal land, an Indian land. And they made a bunch of bad deals with them, and basically he swindled all of the natives out of their money. And so that's how they made all their millions of dollars and to turn that town into a resort now.
But she's so down to earth.
Her recipes are so easy.
What was the recipe you featured in the article again?
Oh, there was one for it was some drink toad in the hole, which is just a piece of bread with a hole in it and an egg.
That's called egg in a basket.
Yeah, she did. That was one of her recipes, was cutting a hole in a piece of bread.
Yeah, that's called egg in a basket. Go
And
ahead.
another recipe with just a pint of Guinness with some ice cream in it.
That sounds so disgusting.
Gross.
I've actually had that. It's not good.
Louis, why do you hate capitalism?
Because it doesn't give everyone an equal fighting chance.
It chews up the marginalized. You know what? It's so funny. Like, I don't cook or bake or any of that stuff, but one time I was looking for a very
you're a real keeper that way.
I know. Domestic goddess over here. But I was looking for a really easy recipe for Thanksgiving, I think, one year, and I wanted to make something, but I was like, it cannot have more than 5 ingredients or I get overwhelmed. And I ended up on the Pioneer Woman, and I made a dump cake, and it's fucking delicious, and it's one of the few things I can like make.
Tasted like real dump.
Yeah.
What was it called? A dump cake?
Dump cake, yeah.
It's cherries and pineapple and cake mix and all the margarine and butter.
Do you think when like her husband's ready for love, he's like, "Hey baby, bring them dump cakes over here."
Let me squeeze on them dump cakes.
That's the worst euphemism for whatever it is I've ever heard.
Hey baby, come here. Let me get a face full of dump cake.
Okay, Louis, in your mind, what is a dump cake on the body?
I think it's like a nice round cellulite riddled bottom.
There you go.
That's good. Mike's like, yeah.
All up in your face, just like.
That's a dump cake with cottage cheese.
I like my dump cake a la mode.
I like my dump cake a la commode.
On the toilet.
That's awful.
I like it fresh out of the oven.
People do love this woman. Like at work, where I work with mostly women, it is just, oh, where'd you get that recipe? Pioneer Woman. Oh my God, I gotta look that up. Can you print that out for me? Can you give that to me? You should make this. So it's Pioneer Woman, Pioneer Woman, Pioneer Woman.
I don't get that. Can you print that out for me, but everything else makes sense.
They're all 50 years old or older, and they want to like.
You know, it's like she talks about how she like is trying to bring back the spirit of the Old West and everything, but half of her recipes are like for like meatball sliders.
No, well, it's actually all part of a larger black magic ritual to actually bring back the spirit of the Old West, because she's trying to scare kids away from a mine that her husband's guarding.
That's like a Scooby-Doo episode or something.
But it's real, Andy.
I do like the thing though, like the 1800s. There's like a hungry family crossing the Jerusalem Trail, and like it's like. Oh, we have anything to eat. All we have is this one last meatball slider. we're all out. We just use the last jar of marinara.
So the spirit
Sally was just bitten by a snake.
So the spirit of the Old West, she's gonna make me like lay down some railroad tracks. The good old days. Remember those good old days, guys?
She'll have you working in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Behind a big wok.
There's all the Italian food in the Old West thing made me think of the Donner Party. I don't know why. Just made me think when they ran out.
I don't know why either.
When they ran out of meatball sliders, they ate each other's butts.
They're dump cakes. You mean they're dump cakes?
They ate dump cakes. Yeah, they ate each other's dump cakes.
That's where the dump cakes came from.
Yep, that's where it came from, Amy. Cannibalism.
Oh.
I love the stories behind the foods.
Yeah. It's like how ketchup used to have fish guts in it.
Yeah.
Dearest Martha, 'tis a cold winter. The men are nearly out of dump cakes and sliders.
Dump cakes and sliders. That's Ken Burns, the Civil War, the missing episode about the dump cakes and sliders.
That's the director's cut right there.
Yeah. To get away from cannibalism, if we could, but to sort of stay on topic, Toby Hooper died today.
That's right. Yep. We'll be in a way, I guess, remembering him on Wednesday night at the Overlook when we screen Texas Chainsaw Massacre with John Dugan.
Yeah, so if you're in the Cincinnati area, come join us on the 30th.
Yeah.
Right? At the Overlook Lodge, where we'll be drinking cocktails, watching the movie, and talking to John Dugan. It'll be fun.
If you go to our Facebook page, there's details in the events section.
Yeah.
So it'll be a good time, but also probably a little bit of a remembrance.
Yeah.
Unexpected.
So, Louis, are we allowed to like Toby Hooper? Or is there some backstory that he's a fraud? Or has something in his past?
You don't care?
I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care what you do.
Oh, good. Thank you.
It's like, live your life, man.
So I'm going to send you some recipes that I made from the Pioneer Woman's Cookbook straight to your door.
Hey, man, if you make it, here's the deal, I'm not going to turn it down. If she was here right now and made me some food, I'm not going to turn it down.
But you're going to give her a stern talking to.
I'll give her a stern talking. I'll give her a pointed lecture.
Yeah.
Most definitely. I'll be like, listen, babe, you get them dump cakes in the kitchen.
Babe.
You make me some turkey meatball sliders.
Oh.
Well, I give you a pointed lecture about the history of the Native American land grab that you people.
Yeah.
I like
Mm-hmm.
the sound of Louis taking a bite.
of dump cake, hopefully.
Are you eating dump cake?
No, I'm eating. Have you guys had the $1 Taco Bell?
Oh, we've had the whole menu.
The beefy potato Ritos.
Oh, those
Oh,
are
yeah.
great.
They're so filling.
They're fantastic.
You get
They
so
are.
much for $1.
I don't know what the sauce is on that. I'm a little curious because I hate ranch and sour cream, but there's a weird sauce on that doesn't bother me, but I'm just curious about it every time I bite into it.
It's almost like a spicy sour cream.
Ooh.
Hey, Louis. Hey, Louis. Mikey B's the only white person in the world that doesn't like ranch.
Or
It's true.
mayonnaise.
Hate it. I can't stand it.
He doesn't like ranch, mayonnaise.
None of the white, creamy, sour substances do I
Yeah.
like.
You don't like dipping your cheese sticks or your onion rings in ranch?
I do not.
Go into Sonic and get a big old bunch of onion rings and some ranch dipping
I
cups.
don't do it.
That's
Marinara
not good.
or ketchup.
It's funny, in Oklahoma, ranch goes with everything except salad.
There's a. Have you had the double chalupa yet?
Oh my god.
It's so good. It's like a fresher chalupa shell.
It's like a chalupa boat, basically.
Yeah.
It's huge.
It is really delicious.
Let's review all the new things on the Taco Bell menu. See, I
don't
don't do
know what
new.
else is
I stick to the
heard,
things I like.
The Pioneer Woman's making a secret menu items for Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Oh. I still want to know why they raised the price on the Mexi Melt. That's still my favorite. It's too expensive now, though.
Yeah.
That says a lot at Taco Bell.
They've priced out the middle class.
They have.
It's like Disney.
Mm-hmm.
Keep raising your prices. What's
the
going to
fresh
happen?
tomatoes,
But we
fresh
st-
food makes it more expensive.
Yeah.
We still keep going back for it.
We can't
regardless
help
of-
ourselves.
yeah.
It's
So good. Yeah, it's so good.
That's why that's why that wall will never get built.
Yep.
Because Taco Bell's too
As
delicious.
long as you want to keep your Taco Bell prices down.
Yeah. I'm going to need
Nope.
that Mexican produce.
Because let me tell you something. A beefy $1 potato burrito is the best thing in the world. A $2.99 beefy potato burrito? No, thank you.
It's true.
Yeah, you got to panic on your hands 4th of July weekend.
You're funny.
And you knew.
You knew. You let people buy the beefy.
It's true.
The-
I
the-
enjoy
the
the Mexi
potato.
Melt less,
Yeah.
knowing it's so expensive
I just
now.
wanted you to know
It's still
that.
good. I still eat it.
Yeah.
I want to be the Nate Silver of fast food.
You got charts. You got graphs.
Yep.
You got the numbers behind you.
But turns out he was wrong, though.
Oh, I should tease the content. I forgot.
Yeah, let's do some stuff.
Amy's going to review
House on Willow Street.
House on Willow Street. And we will be talking about Skins later. Not the series, but the film Skins.
Pieles.
Yeah, Pieles. By Eduardo Casanova. Casanova.
Which is the best name ever.
It is a great
It
name.
is great.
Is it his real name?
Yeah, I believe so.
It's not a stage name.
Wasn't it-
Casanova.
I mean, it could be, but he's a protege of Alex de la Iglesia.
Okay.
So, who was a protege of Pedro Almodovar? So,
And
there's
also, wasn't he
that's
like,
where the pink kitschiness comes from.
Yeah.
wasn't he like a sitcom actor or something too?
Which one?
Eduardo Casanova.
I don't know. This is the first time I've been exposed to him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, me too. Really interesting stuff, but I can't wait to get into that later. I think it's going to be a great kickoff to the
But
series.
first we gotta do the house they built on top of Willow's corpse.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Bored now.
let's do that. Let's dive into that. Or is there something else you wanted to say at the top?
Two quick housekeeping notes.
Yeah.
Horror Hound Weekend is coming up. September 9th, 10th. No, 8th, 9th, and 10th. Yes. 8th, 9th, and 10th.
Yeah.
It's very close. If you don't have your tickets, you don't have your hotel, get the fuck on that. Come
Yeah.
out and hang out with us.
But get some dump cakes.
Bring the dumps.
Yeah. Or some Taco Bell. We'll be happy with either.
I'm a chili cheese burrito kind of gal.
I'll eat anything on the menu.
Bad news, Toby Hooper canceled.
Oh. Strike while the iron's hot.
While the wet's hot, Andy.
The iron.
I love that Louis is eating a burrito and he came up just to throw in that Toby Hooper joke. He's just I imagine like a potato fell out of your mouth.
Am I on camera right now?
No.
Okay.
I can't see you.
Because you really literally did accurately describe everything.
You got me wanting Taco Bell now.
Please tell me you don't have a shirt on, Louis. Please tell me you don't have a shirt on.
I do.
Oh, damn it.
Actually, I'm wearing a shirt and pants this time.
You smashed it. It's not Taco Bell unless you eat it shirtless.
Well, typically, I eat most of my Taco Bell in my boxers on the couch while crying about my life's mistakes.
I do that too.
Which is how you're supposed to do it.
Yeah.
Usually, one of those mistakes is eating all that Taco Bell.
We-
I love Taco Bell. I'll eat it every day.
We'll have some sort of program on the television. Usually an old show.
Yeah, but I'm a single guy, so it's sad.
No. I'm sorry.
Like- It's like, would you like extra tears with your nachos above John?
Salty. So Whorehound Weekend coming up, like I said. Then our Patreon.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/NOTLP. Good news, our pins are in.
Yeah, and those will be shipping soon. I was waiting for the shirts so that people who get both, it'll save us on postage. So
Yes.
although we have the pins, we're not mailing everything out until we have both the shirts and the pins.
But they exist. I'm staring at the box of them. They are
Yeah.
real, and they will be in your hands as soon as possible.
Supplies are limited, so if you want to pledge to our Patreon at the $5 higher level, you can get the pin. Shirts are already all spoken for.
Yeah.
But $5 and higher, you get the pin, and the pin's pretty sweet.
It's so sweet.
Turned out awesome.
Oh my God.
So big thank to big thank you to
A big
Kelley.
thank.
A big thank.
So
One
many
singular thank.
Thank.
Big thank you to Kelley for designing it, Rob for assisting with the design, and also hooking us up. That's Rob Meyer from Lunar Crypt. Definitely check his stuff out.
Yeah. So I think that's all the stuff we have right now.
Yeah, true story. I was just right when I was on the Patreon website to donate to become a subscribing member.
A petrol.
At the same time, there was a commercial on for the ASPCA, and I literally had to choose. It became a Sophie's Choice moment, and so for this year, I chose the ASPCA.
You did the right thing.
Yeah, you made the right choice.
Yeah.
But it gave me an idea. I think you should get Andy and put him in a cage, and make him look really sad, and play Arms of an Angel while voiceover. It's like, do you know that for $5 a day you can keep Andy fed and clothed
With Taco Bell.
Podcast.
You can buy me 2 Mexi Melts a day.
Some of the Patreon money does go to feed Andy. So if you want to make sure that
He's
Andy
wasting
has a full
away to
tummy.
nothing.
I think one of our new incentives should be a signed Taco Bell wrapper from Louis.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, sign those, Louis, and ship them.
You can put them in a vending machine like used underwear.
Oh, it's so gross.
It's a never-ending supply.
That's nasty. Okay.
I already have the dog cage. Kinky
I've got
shit.
the dog cage in the collar.
Andy can fit through our dog door, so
That's true.
we're not far off here.
Not anymore after the breakfast I had this morning.
That's true.
It's amazing that after that big breakfast.
You do poop in the yard though,
Oh, yeah.
especially after this morning's breakfast.
Yeah,
Hey. Water prices are really high. I can't afford to flush all the time.
You're disgusting.
And the leaves are there. Toilet paper's expensive too.
That's true.
All my money's going to Taco Bell.
The Lord provides.
Yeah, although taketh away.
Yeah. So stick around because at the end of the episode, we give shout outs to all of our Beelzebub tier patrons. And we have a new one who's joined the family. So we'll be mentioning you later.
Okay.
So anything else for the top?
Nope.
All right. We'll be right back.
Hello, boys and girls. It's time for Straight-to-Video Russian Roulette.
Hey, Amy, we're back.
Are we?
Tell us all about the place that is equidistant around the globe from the Vatican,
Freddy.
the house on Willow Street.
Freddy's being a little baby. Here's
or
the
House
deal.
on Willow Street.
He watched some of this movie. Yes, it's called The House on Willow Street, starring Sharni Vinson.
That was Sharni Vinson?
Yeah.
I thought you said Shawnee Deppson.
Oh, I thought you said shoddy.
It's Johnny Depp's son.
Shawty.
Johnny Depp. Johnny Dim Sum.
Johnny Dim Sum.
He's delicious.
That'd be a great name for International Assassin.
Amy, are you sure that was Sharni Vincent? I don't see her in the credits.
What are you talking about? Yeah, she is.
Do you doubt Amy because she's a woman?
It's Sharni Vincent. All right.
Vinnie Vincent from Kiss.
Yes. So anyway.
Why is she so deep in the list?
I don't know. All right. Here's the deal. This is this movie. It's not great. It's not great. It's not bad though. Like it's not. It's got some goofy dialogue. That's its biggest problem is the dialogue, and some of the acting isn't great. You know what I'm saying? So you mix that, and it's not great. But it had some neat little things. I will spoil one thing. I won't spoil the whole movie because I still think it's not a half bad watch. But okay, so you got these 4 people, including Sharni Vincent, and they're gonna kidnap this girl, and her dad has a bunch of diamonds, so they can steal the diamonds. What are you laughing at, Freddy?
The sound of Louis eating Taco Bell is cracking me up too much.
Can you really hear it? I'm trying to be quiet.
No, please don't worry about it. It's so fucking funny.
Yeah, I want that to be the soundtrack to my life.
It's got me.
I was literally doing that thing where you're chewing very slowly.
But it just makes it worse. Because more saliva comes out while you chew slowly.
Right. Now we're making it worse.
Oh, it's so funny.
It's all gonna be okay.
Okay. I do like that you're trying to be it's carefully opening, like the sound of the paper opening.
Freddy's losing his shit.
Well, it's kind of like when you're in the movie, you sneak in a bag of chips or a soda. You try to open it really quietly, but it's like.
What do we think is going to happen?
Yeah.
Is the little teenage doofus that works there going to come in there and shoot us?
But I don't think it's going to, everybody's going to call me out on it, but I still do it just to be, because in your mind, you think you have to be sneaky.
Yeah, you can't bring it out of your purse until the lights are down. Yeah. I do that. Okay. These 4 people are going to kidnap this girl and for ransom so they can get the diamonds and then they can go run away and avoid all their other legal problems. Who cares? They got money now. So the night of, they go to kidnap this chick. They get her and she looks real bad. She's pale and dirty and her eyes are full of blood and it's just real odd. And then Louis, you were making some noises.
I'm not. I wasn't even eating that time. I'm really just drinking my Baja Blast.
It's like when the dogs get into the trash in the middle of the night, and me and Amy are laying in bed, and we look at each other like, "What's that sound?"
It's shh, should we get up?
I was literally just taking a sip of my Mountain Dew Baja Blast.
Is that the blue one?
We gotta tag Taco Bell in this.
Yeah, we
should.
When we post this episode.
I'm gonna have to buy some after this.
Is Baja Blast the blue one? Is that right?
That's a green one. Normally I'm getting the Baja Blast icy drink,
Oh,
yeah.
Ooh, that is good.
The freeze, it's awesome.
Yeah.
But they were out of that today, so I just had to get the regular one. But they also have an Airheads blue Baja.
I've had that.
We
Baja
tried
Blast.
that. We got one free.
That's really good.
The lady at the takeout window gave us one for free once.
Yeah. You felt like
It was the best day of my life.
winner.
Well, usually if I go there late at night, there's a woman who works there that's convinced I'm Ron Jeremy. She always throws free stuff in my bag that like the mistakes, and the stuff people returned. She'll throw some of that stuff in my bag.
That's adorable.
Anything for you, Ron Jeremy.
How long has some of that stuff been sitting there?
She's like,
let's be honest. Do I really care?
That's true. It's Taco Bell. It's not gonna make a difference.
"Bring that giant dick back around."
That to get her mind. You think that's gonna work? Yeah, girl, you gave me some Taco Bell.
You like eating tacos, do you, Ron?
Yes.
All right, back to work. So then they get the girl. She looks all messed up, weird things in her eyes. She's like, "You're going to want to let me go because this is not going to end well for you." And they're like, "Shut up, bitch. Now make a video for your dad so we can prove you're alive and have you."
Maybe that's the best.
Hi, Dad. Having a great time here on Willow Street.
Yeah, I love how you said, "Shut up, bitch."
Shut up, bitch. So they go to call her parents, and to start this whole process, and nobody picks up. So it's like, well, shit, what do we do? So they decide to go back to the house where they got her. And when they're there, they discover everybody's dead. And then they realize when they go down to the basement that some of the people that are dead in the house are priests, and they see a chair with like restraints on it. Turns out this was like mid-exorcism, and she killed them all. And she's possessed by something very bad, and it's them kind of trying to deal with the situation.
What are the odds, right?
Right, I know.
Yeah, some bad luck.
The one girl you kidnap is going through an exorcism.
Yeah.
And the fact that her dad has diamonds.
Yeah.
You know what, though? That kind of happened, and I'm going to get you, sucker.
What?
Oh, the one she had the cramps?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember they tried to kidnap her?
The effects were pretty good.
Yeah.
They were a cut above.
Yeah, I would say they were actually like top shelf special effects.
Yeah, Sharni Vincent's always a delight to watch.
Yeah.
Who's this person you keep saying?
From Your Next.
And Step Up.
Yeah, Step Up 3D.
What's her name?
Sharni, Sharni Vincent.
I've never heard of this person.
Have you seen Your Next?
You're next.
Yeah.
The one.
That's the one. Oh, is that the one about
the dinner party out at the house?
And the girl's like a trained assassin?
No.
Well, it's the
No,
one.
yeah,
the super
yeah,
waspy
she was.
family. Yeah, she was. She did have some skills.
Yeah.
Survivalist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that by the guy who made The Guest?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So it's like the female version of The Guest.
Sure. I don't know. I haven't seen
well,
The Guest.
I like Your Next, yeah, but I haven't seen Step Up.
Step Up 3D is not good. It's no Step Up 2.
The only Step Up movie I saw is the one with Jessica Alba. It was called Honey.
Oh yeah.
That is not a Step Up movie.
Did you like it better when it was called Honey?
It was definitely sweeter.
I liked it better when it was called Save the Last Dance.
Oh.
I liked it better when it was called Holiday Inn.
Anyway.
I liked it
You went way back.
That Easter Bonnet song's my
I liked
jam.
it better when it was called Birth of a Nation.
Goodness.
That always wins. Always wins, hands down.
I liked it better.
I liked it better when it was called Thomas Edison's Frankenstein.
I liked it better when it's called Aristophanes.
There's not much more to say. Like I said, not great, not bad. Worth a half watch.
Didn't you think
How many Birth of a Nation do you give it?
I've never seen Birth of a... Wait, the new one that nobody could watch because that guy was a rapist, or the old one that nobody can watch because everybody was racist?
You want to watch Birth of a Nation? Just step outside your front door, Whitey.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
How many tiki torches do you give it?
None. I love tiki torches, but I gotta...
You're taking it back.
You gotta admit though, tiki torches have been ruined for everyone now.
I know.
Yeah, that's awful.
I can't
Not
go to your
fair.
backyard anymore, Mike.
I know. I've taken all my tiki horses down.
You have to.
I have to.
Yeah, if anybody catches you with them.
I know. To repurpose them.
Now you just gotta go back to old school lighting of effigies.
If you guys need tiki torches, just tell me to buy them for you because they won't give me the side
You're
eye.
right. You're
True.
right. So yeah, House on Willow Street.
It's like, all right, sir, Mr. Hung. That is 47 tiki torches and one large wooden cross. Anything else?
Excuse me, where do you keep the rope?
Jesus Christ.
Okay, one question. Is
Yeah.
it like standard exorcism or possession stuff where the body is all cracky and creaky?
Yeah,
and she
totally.
does like back bends?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yep.
it's just pretty standard to me.
There's also
it's not it doesn't redefine the genre. I think just that slight little like twist on it that they were kidnapped her and it was kind of in the middle of all this stuff. It was kind of fun.
It's a good concept.
Yeah.
And how does Willow Street come into play?
The house that she lived in is on Willow Street, and there's some things involved with the house.
It's the furthest
some
point
little backstory
away. If a priest came to your house with one of those little things you get in a witch or a Spencer's Gifts, where it's like the metal claw that goes on one finger, you know what I'm talking about. Do you just let that person in and just keep on keeping on with the conversation?
I don't let that person in even if they're not a priest.
Yeah, well, you know.
Like, I'm sorry, you shop at Spencer's Gifts. You're not allowed in my house.
Well, there's that, and they say that the house on Willow Street is the furthest point away from the Vatican City in the world, and that's way inaccurate because there's
so it's like at the bottom of like Venezuela or something.
Yeah, it's at the bottom of the ocean off the east coast of New Zealand is basically where it would have to be. So that's fun.
But instead it's like in Poughkeepsie, Ohio.
Yeah,
That's New York. There's no Poughkeepsie in Ohio.
We don't know that.
I do.
You know how unimaginative writers of these movies are.
That's true. Good point you make.
The other thing is there's a lot of telling and not showing in this movie.
Yeah, there is quite a bit of that.
Which I thought was a really big flaw.
Yeah.
That's all.
No, I didn't say it was a good movie.
No, but
Don't you know it's scarier when you don't see it?
I say that all the time, though.
Do you mean like your Taco Bell? Like we can hear it, and I feel like I can almost smell it.
Yeah, I can taste it. My mouth is watering.
Yeah.
Even after all you ate, Andy.
Well, Louis
You're
sells
a
it so well.
He does.
Yeah.
They should hire him.
I respect I'm not breaking into the Nachos Bel Grande after we're done.
But it'll be all soggy.
No, do you?
That's how I like it.
You're supposed to eat that.
I like my women like my Nachos Bel Grande.
How dare you eat the Nachos Bel Grande last?
You gotta gum it.
You have to eat it first.
It's like a special treat. It's like Mexican ice cream. It's like soggy Nachos Bel Grande is like a special Mexican dessert that we don't tell you people about.
A secret menu item.
Sprinkle a bunch of sugar and cinnamon on it.
Ugh. Okay, so that's my review. I sort of like, you got some time. I don't do anything else.
All right. Well,
there you go.
let's see who's gonna watch the film.
We can live a full life without ever having to watch it, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't stop what you're doing. To see it. All right.
I'd see it over Step Up 3D.
Andy, are you ready?
Damn.
Oh, that was easy.
I've been getting shot a lot.
You did.
Because you're just like you just have a shootable face.
Oh, I'm Shrekley.
Shkreli.
Sorry.
He never says it right.
Shreky?
And I tell Andy every time, Martin Shkreli.
Shkreli.
He says Shrekley.
Donkey.
Not that you need to know the man's name because he's a piece of shit, but I'm just saying.
Are you talking about the pharmaceuticals hero?
Yes. Yeah. Pharma Bro.
Pharma Bro.
Owner of that Wu-Tang album. All right, Andy, here's the movie you're going to watch and review for next week. Are you ready? It's called Demonic. Ooh, we have a theme.
Daemonique.
Daemonique. That's my daughter, Daemonique.
Yeah.
Monique.
I want to know what's called Daemonique. It's like about Monique, and she goes to France.
Oh. That sounds like it'd be a lot more fun.
She's mixed up with some international jewel thieves, and she's like, and she throws a TV at one of them.
The exciting part about this movie, Andy, is it stars your boy, Frankie Grills. Frank Grillo.
I love him.
When amateur ghost hunters visit an abandoned house, their investigation turns into a massacre, leaving questions for a detective and a psychologist. Mm-hmm. Cast includes Maria Bello.
Grillo and Bello?
And Cody Horn from Magic Mike. She was terrible in that movie.
So here's the question.
Yeah.
Were these truly amateur ghost hunters, or were they pro-am? Do they?
Well, is that really honestly such a thing as professional ghost hunters?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean,
when do you become a professional? When you get paid?
When Sci-Fi
for it?
Channel starts a series about you.
Well, they're amateur because they want to be in the Olympics still.
You have to complete a licensure or something.
Yeah. In order to compete in the ghost hunting Olympics.
You got to get your continuing education credits.
Yes. Yeah. VCR repair or ghost hunting.
Mm-hmm. Lewis, have you
Yes.
seen the Lowe Files yet?
The what?
Rob Lowe's new show. Is it A&E?
Yeah, it's on A&E.
No.
And him.
No, I haven't.
It's actually pretty great. Him and his sons go out and do like paranormal type things. So they had.
So is he officially entered self-parody territory now?
It's actually sincere. It's not meant to be a joke.
There's something really sweet about it because apparently him and his kids have always kind of been interested in this stuff, and they're just doing this show where they travel around the country, world, I don't know, to kind of investigate some things. So they've done Bigfoot. They did a haunted old boys school or something. There's some kind of underwater feature off the coast of LA that they went to investigate to see if it was like an alien base or something. It's actually really sweet, and him and his kids have a good relationship, and he's just so fucking giddy to be doing all of these things. It's actually
so he's like his character from Parks and Rec, right?
Yes.
And I think
I might check it out. I started to kind of anytime we see those shows where the celebrities all of a sudden are in on the joke, and start doing the self-parroting thing, it becomes more
Right.
sad.
No,
Because you know they can't come back from that.
Right.
You know, like a Gary Busey or David Hasselhoff.
Yes,
Oh,
yeah. Which we just noticed in Brad Paisley's comedy rodeo. David
Nationwide is on your side.
Oh, so
This
bad.
episode is brought to you by Taco Bell and Nationwide.
They have
deep pockets.
I get the impression from the Low Files that Rob Lowe is semi-retiring from acting, and that this is just something that was always on their bucket list to do as a family. Is really it feels genuine.
Yeah.
So I think you'll like it, Lewis, because it's coming.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, it's coming from kind of a pure place, I think.
I'll check it out sometime during my 4-hour workday.
There you go.
Yeah, fit it in between your Taco Bell feedings.
After the View, but before Taco Bell. So there you go. All right.
I'll eat Taco Bell once a week, guys. Except for this week when I've had it 3 times this week.
There was a day recently where I had it twice in one day. Lunch and dinner.
Well, that's just being fat.
I know. Thank you.
I had Taco Bell for breakfast, Taco Bell for lunch, and a sensible Taco Bell dinner.
And then I had a fourth to Taco Bell shake for fourth meal.
For fourth meal, yeah.
It's fat on fat crime. It's horrible.
I am not a lean woman, okay?
Seriously.
Sturdy. Very sturdy.
We don't get Taco Bell after this show.
I cannot eat ever again.
Just gonna
Okay?
quit.
We're done.
It's tacos.
All right. Let's we're
Yeah,
that's
move
the
on?
end of that, y'alls. We're moving
Somebody say
on.
tacos. Okay, we'll be right back. All right, this week's main attraction is from 2017, I think.
Sounds about
Brand new.
What did you say?
Brand new. Came out this year.
Yep, 2017.
Been playing all the Spanish festivals, and Netflix got it exclusively for America.
Pieles. Skins. Nom, 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 nom.
That is the best part of any animal.
It's true. It's the tastiest part.
Yeah, nice and crispy.
Except for salmon.
People eat salmon skin, though.
They do. It's disgusting.
I love charred salmon skin.
Yeah.
That's delicious.
You
Nice
do?
and crispy.
Oh, I don't like it.
Nice and crispy with some queso and some beans and Taco Bell tortilla and some fire sauce.
Ooh, fire sauce.
Did you say Taco Bell sauce?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everything.
Oh, because in my mind, like I was thinking, like Taco Bell has salmon now.
Now, before we get into PLAs, we should talk about Taco Bell some more, because Lewis has a Taco Bell.
Well, just one time, I don't know how, but I was digging through a Taco Bell dumpster.
Jesus Christ almighty.
It was one of those things that happened.
This is called rock bottom.
And I found 2 5-pound bags of cheese. Nacho cheese. And it's the kind of they look like placentas. Or it's a bag. It's a big bag. They have hoses sticking out of them, you know?
Why do they have hoses? Is it the liquid cheese?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking shredded when
All
you
right,
first
what
said
did
it.
you do with it?
I took them home and
Made love to them?
brought them to my ex-wife. It was literally one of the best times of our marriage ever. we had so much. We cooked so much. We literally ran out of things to do with these 2 5-pound bags of garbage cheese.
Garbage cheese.
That's
But
what.
at no point in our marriage was our love ever stronger, and was she ever happier to be married to me than when I brought home 2 5-pound bags of garbage cheese.
Okay, so maybe that's not your rock bottom.
You know, I helped a friend move once, and he had a 5-gallon vat of Bavarian cream in his garage.
Oh, my God.
It was just so gross, man.
Who was that?
It was Jay.
Of course.
Wait, was it like a can?
It was a giant plastic vat. It was like a 5-gallon,
Like a barrel?
Vat. Like almost a barrel.
Was he was he making his own Bavarian cream at home?
Well, I was like, why do you have all this Bavarian cream? And he said, oh, one of my ex-roommates was a baker. And I'm like, how old is this shit? And why do you have it? Why do you still have it?
Guys, I can't move it. Just it's all right. I'll keep this Bavarian cream here before I get on my feet and get a bigger place.
All right, I want to.
Oh wait, Louis, that's one of the best stories I've ever heard. I love you so much. Just the phrase "cheese hose."
Hoses.
I love it.
Cheese placenta.
Oh, man, she would hold the bag and squeeze it while I would press down the tip of the cheese hose.
Did Unchained Melody play?
They wrap their hands around the cheese together.
Oh, my love.
But
I think, I'm tearing up a little right now because it does remind me of good times.
no, but it's the same version, but it's like heavy breathing, like
Yeah.
Like a lot of coughing. Cheese slim.
Yeah.
Queso.
He needs to take a break to catch his breath in mid song.
Pieles.
Your taco.
This movie, I'm going to tell you right now, Louis. I didn't like it, but I will say there's an essence and a core of goodness and sweetness in it, and I understand and I recognize that. I was just put off by the artistry, I guess. Like,
is it the bright colors?
It's too artsy.
It's too precious.
It's too Wes Anderson-y.
Well, I didn't see. It's not Wes. It was very like if you know Spanish film, Pedro Almodovar is kind of almost like he's a very kitschy gay icon who uses a lot of these kind of like bright, clashy colors, and just kind of goes all out like that. And so you can even tell the guy's name, the director, Eduardo Casanova. It's going to be like some sort of campy affair like that. It's almost like if David Lynch and John Waters.
That's exactly what I thought when I was
That's what Freddy was saying, and I was like, well, I'm not really a big David Lynch fan, but I do like John Waters, so I could see all that.
But there was a sprinkling of Tim Burton in there, I thought too.
Yeah,
I know Freddy quite liked it. I don't know about Mike or Andy, but
Yeah.
What'd you think, Mike?
I really liked it. There was some tough to watch stuff.
Yeah.
But then I felt like I wasn't supposed to feel like it was tough to watch, which was interesting. But the whole fairy tale vibe of it, and I definitely saw a lot of Lynch, which I love David Lynch. So
well, the thing is too, the beats of it and the kind of the melodramatic storylines. It's all basically like kind of a telenovela. It's basically a soap opera. Yeah. But instead of a world of beautiful people, it's a world of deformed people, and they're kind of like their loves and tragedies and everything. And the guy who produced Alex de la Iglesia. We reviewed one of his films, that Perdita Durango, a few years ago.
Yeah.
And his first film was a movie called Acción Mutante, which was about all these kind of deformed, handicapped people coming together to form a terrorist organization to destroy rich, good-looking people. And so through a lot of his films, he's had this kind of fascination with kind of like ugly, with kind of like deformities and taking revenge on beauty, And I feel like this film is almost like a logical extension of that, but instead of like a revenge or anything, it's almost like making it a normalcy, and it kind of, if you look at it too, the normal people in the movie are the ugly people, like the mother and the child molesting father, and the madam
with her
and the
pink
and the
pubic
two
hair.
and the two thugs, and
who had just bangs.
Which I did find that kind of interesting with the woman, the bigger woman who took the diamonds of the eyeless. What kind of character she was supposed to be in that
her deformity,
film.
her weight, and her obesity?
Because she seems to be one of the ones that has that redemption line in the story, that she's dealing with her own stuff, and you don't really find that out until towards the end of the film, because she said starts that horrible way of laughing at that.
I know.
But she redeems herself by putting chicken soup on the menu at the end.
Yeah.
Remember, she asked for...
Okay.
Yeah.
She asked...
I think it's probably a good idea if somebody kind of goes through
we need a synopsis,
because there's numerous storylines running through it.
They're little vignettes, but they do intertwine.
Yeah.
As you go along. So it's focused on different characters with deformities, physical deformities. Well,
even beyond that, you start off, you have this guy who reminds me of Will Forte going to the specialist like brothel because he wants to have sex with a child, basically. And he chooses this girl because she has no eyes because he doesn't want anyone to see him, right? Is it my understanding that you think?
Right.
correctly?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He also feels terrible about doing it, so much so that he thinks like the gift he's going to give her are these diamond eyes as a way of kind of apologizing. Pink diamonds.
Because everything's pink in this vignette.
Yeah.
The whole color scheme is flesh. So the whole thing, pink, flesh, pink. It all ties together with the skin title.
Yeah, and then you get to you cut away from that story and you move forward in time 10 years. Is that right?
Yeah, 10. I think it was 20 years actually.
Okay, so you've moved ahead, and you're introduced to Samantha, who has an anus for a mouth and a mouth for an anus.
Well, a butt chin.
And
anus,
she has a butt chin.
hair around it.
Yeah,
and her mouth is in her butt.
She reminded me so much of that singer from Eraserhead.
Yeah.
You know, the one with the big cheeks?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Taylor Swift.
Oh, damn.
Look what you made me do.
Samantha, Buttface. She's definitely a tragic character, and I'm not saying that people with physical deformities are hard to look at. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying looking at the anus in her face with the hair around it and the darker colors, and it just was so fucking off-putting.
Yeah, it's like I draw the line at anus mouth.
Anus mouth?
Yeah. I feel free. I should be able to make fun of you. I'm sorry.
Well, luckily, no one's ever been born with this malady.
Yeah,
is that true?
Thank God for my sake.
Yeah, yeah.
But she's a really sad character. I mean, the way she cuts out mouths of, and every time she even bothers to venture outside, she's harassed, and
Well,
her own father buys her masks for presents.
The actress who played that role, though, I thought did an amazing job with her eyes. You just felt so sad for her until the end when she kind of
not just her eyes or her body language. She was always walking like slouched over and shuffling her feet like she was not just uncomfortable being outside.
She was purple.
She is the character who spawned the movie, basically. There was a short film the same director made called Eat My Shit.
From The Help. Eat my shit.
And in that one, it's all about her. She posts this scene is in the movie too, where she takes the fake lips. First she posts just a selfie as is on Instagram, and it's blocked and taken off of Instagram for containing sexual content, but it's just her face. And then after this short, he expanded it into the feature where there's these other characters that are also suffering with all these maladies. Her dad keeps her secreted away. It reminded me a lot of what was it, the lovely ones, or what was that Australian movie about
the loved ones?
The loved ones. Yeah. That's right. It kind of reminded me of the father-daughter. Not that those characters are clearly evil characters,
incestuous.
But there was something about just he infantilizes her in that same way in this movie where...
Well, ostensibly, he tries to keep her inside for her protection, but I think it's also because he's embarrassed by her.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Kind of reminded me Eyes Without a Face, that sort of thing, where his number one priority is keeping her away from society so she's safe. And he's dressed in tracksuits and stuff, and he looks like one of the parents from Seinfeld or something. Mm-hmm.
Well, a lot of the adults wear tracksuits. The mother of the boy who cuts his legs off.
Yeah,
she wears tracksuits also,
like a gold color.
Yeah, well, all the people who are kind of the truly reprehensible people, they all wear tracksuits in the movie.
Yeah, I have to go back and watch it again to catch that. Then you have this love triangle story that is part of it with Anna and Ernesto, and then she has
Guillermo.
Yeah,
I can
Guillermo,
never say that.
Who
Elmo de Melmo.
She has half a
Guillermo
face.
Guillermo.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm sorry.
She got she has a big tumor on her face.
Yeah.
And Ernesto is caught pleasuring himself to her picture when his mom walks in.
You mean Spanish Ted Cruz?
Spanish Ted Cruz.
He looked like Ted Cruz.
He fetishizes, like, that's his like attraction is to deformed women.
And it's not that he's really in love with Anna. He
fetishizes her.
Yeah, it turns him on. He's any deformed girl.
And she's been cheating on him.
Yeah.
Much like the real Ted Cruz.
Right. The Zodiac Killer.
And her boyfriend, you get the impression that maybe he wasn't always, like, it looks like he was a burn victim.
Oh,
he is.
Her
He is a burn victim.
Doesn't he say that he says he used to be handsome or something?
Yeah.
He had like a past where he didn't always look the way that he does right now.
He doesn't accept himself the way he is, and I think but she does. She accepts herself and him, and she doesn't want to change anything. And he's like, he doesn't understand why she wouldn't want to.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the actress character who is a little person that plays this weird, like Teletubby type character on a
Pink Bear.
Yeah. They just called it Pink Bear. Is that right?
Yeah.
Which sounds like a frozen yogurt shop, right?
Pink Berry.
And she has an older. Is he her boyfriend?
It's her agent.
Her boss.
Like her manager, yeah.
Yeah, but they don't have any more than that. Like, because it almost seemed like they had almost a relationship.
Yeah, because she was pregnant. She got pregnant in vitro.
Yeah. Well, and then I don't know why I read into that more into that than was there.
It acted like he owned her.
Yeah, I guess that's what it was. Is he was a little too involved in her life.
He was controlling.
Yeah.
And she didn't want to do it anymore because they're just making her hop around. She's pregnant. She needs to
rest.
Tired, yeah. And she just wants to have a baby.
And he wants to make that sweet money.
And then you have a character who I think really is like the through line that kind of stitches all the other stories together, and that's he's like the
kid in the wheelchair?
Yeah.
I don't remember his name, but he
Christian?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and he has body dysmorphia where he doesn't want his legs anymore, and he refuses to walk.
He wants to be a mermaid,
right?
And that kind of ties together because his dad was a child molester at the beginning, and his dad had a mermaid tattoo, and the reason why he left was because he's afraid he'd molest his son.
Right. So disturbing, like to have to be with that character for any length of time.
Oh, molester with a heart of gold.
Oh, but then so the kid, he really wants to get rid of them legs, and he runs away from his mom, his crazy ass mom, and he lays down on the road and waits for a car to run over his legs. And who should be driving that car?
But Samantha, the girl with the butt face.
Butt face.
And
butt face.
What's this is like a very like Robert Altman or Tarantino type of like stitching together of these stories, like because she had also been connected. I'm sorry.
Well, she was just attacked.
Right.
There's a group of thugs that keep attacking her.
I'm gonna call them the Bangs Gang. Because all they have are bangs. They don't have hair except for bangs.
That's sort of a deformity.
In a way. Self-inflicted.
Yeah.
That rape scene where they pull her pants down and there is little purple lips with lipstick and teeth is like so disturbing and so funny all at the same time.
She chomps down.
I'm impressed that she got the lipstick on the lips so well.
I think they were just purple.
Reaching around there. That's good lipstick application.
Yeah. Yeah, it's impressive. And
you think she flosses down there too?
Oh my God.
She was upset because she had been at the restaurant where the heavy character who plays an important part later on, I cannot remember her name either, but she had laughed at her because she was eating with her butt. As Andy said,
with a funnel and a tube.
Yeah,
well, she didn't even see her eat. It was.
That's right.
She just kept walking over and looking at her.
face.
And the first time she kind of giggled, and the second time she just laughed directly in her.
That's right. It was us,
in
the audience,
face.
that were watching her eat with her butt.
Yeah, she did that pretty privately.
Yeah,
she did it very quickly too.
Yeah, discreet.
I just.
Oh, that's so sad. She can't savor her food.
Well, yeah, she has to rush her every meal.
Her dad even liquefies that birthday cake for her.
Yeah, that was sweet.
So it was birthday. That's why it was purple.
It was purple liquid.
I was like, how do you make purple soup?
It's purple drink.
What's in a purple soup? Eggplant.
It's purple.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But then eventually all the stories tie together.
Yeah, they tie together in a clever way.
And the reason why I thought Amy would have liked it was because it was only 77 minutes long.
That was definitely a check.
And I know you hate movies more than an hour long.
Hour and a half. I'm happier than a pig in shit. Anything over that, I'm starting to get sweaty. I don't know why. I got problems. I'll sit and binge watch TV all day long, but I don't know why a long movie like that makes me mad. Anyway.
If it's a 2-hour episode of Bad Girls Club, you're all right. But 2 hours, if it's Citizen Kane, Amy's not going to have any of it.
You mean Real Housewives? She doesn't watch
Real
Bad
Housewives of New York right now.
Oh, you know, but if Bad Girls Club was on, you'd probably watch it.
I would. I never, I never did. But bitches yelling and hitting each other. Are you kidding me?
That's one of my favorite things to do on YouTube is YouTube Bad Girls Club fights.
Yeah.
Oh, World Star!
The thing about this movie, one of the things about this movie that really surprised me was I like David Lynch films quite a bit, but Eraserhead has always been a film that I've tried 3 or 4 times. It's so grotesque to me, I've not been able to make it through. And this one, on the other hand, everything around the film was so beautiful, and then the people, and you really struggle because you're like, that woman has a butt for her face, and that's really hard to get around, but yet everything that's happening around it, it's moving.
Well, it's
and you could look away, and the scenery was so pretty and so bright. You didn't feel like you were in this grimy world. You felt like you were in a world with people who were just struggling to find love.
Yeah, the people in David Lynch movies, especially Eraserhead, they're kind of freaky and scary.
Yeah.
And the people with the deformities here, they're just normal people.
Right.
Well, really, when you think about it, it's probably closer to a David Cronenberg film than a...
Yes.
Because David Cronenberg, his films are very sterile, and they're in very clean worlds, but like around people with body horrors that are very dirty.
Bits.
Right.
And so, I don't know, maybe it's close, maybe it's got the vibe of a David Lynch film, but it's definitely got the spirit of a David Cronenberg.
The only time I had to look away was when the guy was doing the butt kiss. That was a little intense.
Ted Cruz was ramming his tongue right in that brown eye like hard.
That was rough.
As weird as off-putting that was,
get out of my house.
It was still kind of sweet.
Yes, the essence of it is sweet, but then I had to watch him tongue her butthole, and she shits out of there because she farted when she blew out the candles in the cake.
Yeah, let me tell you something. As someone who's on the single scene now, that's very much a part of foreplay.
I know.
For you people who've been married for a long time and your experimentation stopped as soon as you said "I do,"
that was it.
And you're saying "I do."
I do.
She blew out the candles and she farted. There's the big woman steals the pink diamonds. It's
probably the only part of that I really cringed at a little was when the obese woman was
the enema scene,
finger banging the prostitute or the enema.
Yeah, only because it was such a squishy sound.
And also because she was being duplicitous. She was trying to steal her jewels.
So she swallows the obese woman swallows the jewels and then tries to shit them out later and is having difficulty with it. It's just a lot of awkward. And
she gives herself a very forced enema,
like hose up the ass, like. And just shit splatters everywhere. And like, yikes.
Well, me and Amy were like, why is she by the sink? Get your ass in the tub.
Do it in the tub.
Get your ass to Mars.
To be fair though, she had spectacular aim. And it did.
Yeah, that's true. Did you feel like when you saw that, for me, I was telling Andy this, I was like, I feel like I know that woman for some reason.
Well, she looks like
probably because you are that woman.
We live in the Midwest.
I told Freddie, like, we've seen that woman at Walmart.
Yeah. I mean, she just looks so familiar. Maybe I was thinking of Mama June. Because she kind of reminded me a little bit of Mama June.
She got the thumb neck.
Yeah.
I did think
have you ever just gone to Walmart like at 2 in the afternoon, just in a hurry, you're wearing old jeans, a muscle tee, and some flip-flops? I mean, technically that's all of us.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's pretty much it.
With the exception of Andy, I'm pretty sure most of us have titties.
I'm getting there.
That don't look good in a muscle shirt.
Oh, my titties look fantastic in a muscle shirt.
Mikey, you don't have titties.
I don't think you're ready for this, Jelly.
Because not only do you have the chest titties, you got the underarm flab, that little.
Oh yeah, I got that a little bit.
Just a little bit of back fat.
Your arm keeps waving after you stop.
Dinner
lady arms.
Dinner lady arms.
As we learned they're called.
Yeah.
So, Mike, you were about to say something?
Well, I was just trying to also figure out in this film, like, what this movie, if it was, or maybe I was reading too deep, on, like, the fetishizing of, I know he comes right out directly, and there's that confrontation where she's saying, you don't love me, you love what I am. But it's interesting that, like, then later the other man who has the opportunity, has the cash, and can change how he looks, the woman who has the face tumor is like, I'm leaving, but I want you to be happy. So if that's what makes you happy, go and do that thing. So it's always, it's interesting. Go ahead.
You gotta understand, that's why it's a parody of the telenovelas. The whole, I don't know if you ever watched Mexican soap operas, but it's very much a cultural world that's based around beauty and men leaving for this, men leaving for that, operation. It's very much this kind of like takes that whole idea and turns it backwards and makes it with ugly people. And so, of course, it's going to be like, because it's like, say a telenovela, a woman gets handicapped and the man leaves her. You don't love me anymore because I'm beautiful. Well, in this case, it's like the opposite version. It's like, you love me because I am deformed. Mm-hmm. And so it's kind of like, that's why I feel like it's kind of almost like a parody of all of almost like a lot of these shows that rely so much on the beauty of the characters as it's as their own characterization over actual plot. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that part makes more sense to me then, and I did obviously make that connection about the parody part, because I'm kind of wondering, like, what the side of that was like, if I change myself and you don't still love me, did you ever love me at all? But maybe just the idea of it being a parody of,
It's like, bitch, you was fetishizing him too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it made me think about fetishes in general, like, because there's a type of guy I like. Mm-hmm. And, am I just looking at them am I liking them just for the way they look?
Well, sure.
And should I feel bad about that?
That's how that works. No.
Well, it's like, sometimes if you ever read feminist websites, there's always those kind of think pieces about, like, men who, if they like a certain type of women, they're fetishizing. I mean, it's I think that, like, it's okay to have a type that you like,
Mm-hmm.
and but I do think that, like, it's kind of our society that's become so obsessed with a certain type of beauty and a certain type of standard. I do feel like types have almost morphed into fetishisms.
I mean, I put myself in that box too, because, like, a lot of people fetishize Asian people.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering, like, do they like me for, because of me, or because...
She likes me for me!
Because I fit into a certain mold for them.
I fetishize you for your laundry making skills.
Oh, I do it so well.
You twinkly little twink.
Ancient Chinese secret, huh?
I would launder your Taco Bell wrappers so well.
They'd be very, no wrinkles.
Yeah, so crisp.
None.
Well, it's interesting too. Like, I have some, like, friends who maybe, I don't want to say necessarily fetishize bigger people,
Mm-hmm.
but like bigger people, and then when that person loses weight, they no longer have that relationship, and it's like, though, on the one hand, the person's saying, well, did you ever really love me at all? But then on the other hand, the other person is saying, but this is who I fell in love with,
right.
And you're no longer that
right.
person. So, but maybe that was, if it was just a parody, or the idea is parody, then maybe that's not where the film was going. Just what I was reading into.
Well,
you're right. You're right. You're right, and it works both ways.
Yeah.
It works as a parody and as your thesis.
I mean, I spent a lot of time watching the movie going, oh my God, am I a piece of shit for not wanting to look at Buttface right now? I can't look at her, knowing that when I encounter people with physical deformities, I don't want to stare at you. I'm not going to stare at you, but I don't want you to not go out into the world, feel safe, and feel happy. But this Buttface, I want you to go away. I can't handle it.
Okay. Well, let's say like, let's say that, like, you had a coworker who had a tire explode in their face and it, ripped off their jaw. They look like, Roger Ebert in his last days.
Right.
And he kind of looked like he had an anus for a face. So I mean, would that be hard for you?
Well, it probably would be hard at first, but I think you can get used to anything.
Would your penis be hard?
Oh, mine? As a rock, sir.
But he looked like he had an anus for a face, as opposed to this girl actually having an anus for a face.
I think that's what it was. I think it was because I knew those little hairs around. Yeah. I don't like the butthole. I'm not into the butthole. I don't like the butthole. I don't like butt stuff.
The puckered part.
That's doo-doo, baby.
Oh. And that's me. That is me, and that is my. Yeah. That's me.
Yeah, I think this movie.
It's okay if that's not you.
This movie is basically the man in the mirror. You have to look at yourself and how you feel about certain things.
Or it's black or white, where the faces are morphing and they get stuck between two faces and a butt,
and you get a anus mouth.
Yeah.
If you're thinking about being my baby. What if I came home one day and Freddy had gotten all this plastic surgery and his lips were real puffy? He had Lisa Rinna lips.
What if you came home one day and he was just like a woman's ass was just sitting on his face?
Don't panic, Amy. I don't have an anus for a mouth. This is just someone from the office.
It's not what it looks like.
It's like, Amy, I'm just eating dump cake. It's okay.
I'm just eating this girl's ass out.
I was getting my dump cake from the sauce.
Sauce.
Get my fresh dump cake.
It's a Pioneer woman.
Artisanal dump cake.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
It's small batch.
This movie was a lot.
Oh.
I think I like it more that we're talking about it now. But at the time, I hated it.
This movie is to me is unforgettable.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. Not just visually. But just the way it made me, the way you make me feel.
Oh, more Michael Jackson.
About the way things that made me feel.
Yeah.
It really turned you out.
Because I'm not trying to have a pity party for myself.
Hey, pretty baby with the anus mouth.
Oh, there.
Lewis with the trigger finger. He was on it.
Scared me. I got scared.
That's what 10 years as a DJ does.
Yeah.
But before you ruined my sincere moment, but I just wanted to say obviously I don't have deformities like these people do, but I did relate to this movie because I don't think I've ever felt attractive.
Because you have
and
mental
it's about
problems.
accepting how everybody's beautiful in their own way.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And in a lot of ways, being Asian kind of is a deformity.
Yeah. Think about it.
Well, have you seen how thin my eyes are?
Oh, yeah.
You look different than white people. Scary.
I fetishize your almond eyes.
Almond eyes?
Because they're almond shaped and it reminds you of food.
I think we can all agree the most deformed person in this movie was the guy that looked like Ted Cruz.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was gross.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's offensive to me.
Y'all feel me?
Yeah, that was too much.
They should screen that out on Instagram.
Do you guys remember when Ted Cruz ate bacon off of a hot smoking gun barrel?
What?
Wasn't that
remember Ted Cruz was a Zodiac killer?
I do.
Yeah. Wasn't that Ted Cruz who ate bacon off the gun?
I don't know. I don't know who you're talking about.
I wouldn't be surprised at anything that man does.
All right, so that is Pieles. Did I say that right?
Pieles.
Skins.
Yeah,
so thank you for recommending this movie, Lewis. I don't think I ever would have.
It's extremely unique.
Watched it.
It really was.
I really try to pick classier films. I mean, I know that sounds, but I did try to pick films over a different level this go around.
Classier films
because I get so sick at the end of best of. Lewis made me watch this movie.
Oh, that's me.
It's got a Mexican comedian who's farting in some dude's face. He's dressed like the devil.
Narcos Satanicos.
Oh, I love Narcos.
Yeah, I know you did.
It's like, okay, I won't give you guys the real culture. I'll give you some superficial, because you guys are just like the people in skins.
We're the worst.
But Lewis, you make
no
us...
school on Saturday.
But you somehow make us appreciate crappy movies like The Pest. Like, after hearing you talk about it, it's like I had a new appreciation for it.
Get out of my house.
And I still watch that opening every now and then on YouTube. The Pest.
Oh,
Voodoo Mambo.
I need you. I need you to surrender your badge and gun, Andy. You cannot work as a NOTLP cop.
Quick to the world, pick a pocket like a midget. Slick shyster, the past meister. Make a mouth of Miami's feisty.
But you know what? It's
Stinky dinky.
but that movie works because he is so sincere about it. And that's I've come to the conclusion that as long as you're sincere about something, then I can't really judge you on it, except racism.
It's my culture's modern lights.
What?
City lights.
City lights?
Oh, yeah.
It's my people's modern times. Whatever classic Chaplin movie you want to use.
It's your according to Jim.
Oh, them's fighting words. All right, so to wrap up, we do the thing where we...
According to Yim.
According
According to Yim.
According to him. According to who?
According to Yim.
You know him.
Yim.
Yeah, so here's where we're going to talk about our lovely Beelzebubs. They are essentially producers of this show. It's when you donate at the $25 a month level. Freddie?
Amy, can you stall for a second?
I'm
Just
stalling
kidding,
for a
it's okay.
second. It's just
All right.
He's just kidding.
Albert in Denton, Texas. I don't know which part of Texas that is.
I hope it's a...
Okay, Denton is it's about 15, 20 miles outside the border of like Gainesville, Denton, Dallas.
Oh, he's okay then.
All right.
So probably, that's also where Rocky Horror Picture Show and Shock Treatment take place.
Oh, really? Huh.
Denton, the home of happiness.
Brooke in Pleasant Grove, Utah.
Oh, it's pleasant.
We know that you're dry.
What?
Because it's a dry state.
Because it's dry. Because they don't allow
Mormons.
jazz.
Yeah.
Oh.
And Mormons don't know their way around a clitoris.
Oh, shit!
Wow.
They
Sorry,
don't,
Brooke.
they don't even believe in it. It's not in the Book of Mormon.
Eddie in Swearsville, Pennsylvania.
What's up, Eddie?
Water Ace. Adam and Prosser, Washington. Thank you, sir. Alex in Syracuse, New York.
Alex and Tree.
That's Alex and Tree, baby. They have a puppy. They just got a puppy, and it's playing with their grown dog now.
Aww.
And there are videos on their Instagram, and it's so cute, and it makes my heart swell. Alberto in Simi Valley. That's California. Yay.
California.
Brandon Boone.
What'd you do to him?
I killed him in Friday the 13th, and I'm going to take him to a scary haunt next week. And I'm going to make him scared.
That's going to be so adorable.
Yeah, if you're not listening to the No Sleep podcast, you should be. It's
Brandon,
fantastic.
I can't wait to jump in your arms when we're scared together.
We'll put the two little guys in front. Because otherwise, then you guys won't be able to see anything if we're in front of you guys. William, Bill, New York.
Bill.
New York, New York.
New York.
Start spreading the news. Blake in El Paso, Texas.
Oh, are things okay in El Paso?
El Paso's west, right? Isn't that on the border? El Paso's on the border
El
of
Paso's
Mexico.
El Paso's on the border of that's on the far east. That's like the eastern most. That's where Mexico and Arizona and so they're far away from far away from the hurricane.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Then Mark in San Antonio.
Oh, they got a little screwed up, right?
They'll
be getting some rain, but they won't be getting
the crazy
As a matter of
flooding.
fact, people from Houston will probably be going to San Antonio or Austin or Dallas to get away from it.
Jeez.
And then we've got Michael in Waterford, Michigan. Jeremy and Cassie in Indianapolis, Indiana. He just ran a 15K.
Congratulations, 5K.
Was it a 5K?
But still, congratulations for both of you guys. That's awesome.
Fantastic.
Looking fit.
For what? Running?
They ran so far away.
I don't think you should get congratulations for running.
If I ran, you'd have to congratulate me. And we would give me a hamburger.
I'd say, dude, you're a grown man. We've evolved this much. We evolved this much where we don't have to run anymore. Here, have a potato burrito.
I almost died trying to run to get on the Kali River Rapids at Disney World before it closed. I thought I was seriously going to die.
That would be an awesome place to die, though.
Yeah, wouldn't it?
You know those videos of people dressed up like clowns chasing people. Those scare tactics videos or whatever they are. I would literally just stand there. I'm not gonna. If someone's gonna kill me, I'm just gonna stand there, let them do it, because I'm not gonna run for anybody.
Fuck yeah, you aren't.
Except for the border.
Taco
Bell, run for the okay.
Andy.
Hey, what did you do?
Trump is getting rid of the Dream Act.
It always comes back to Taco Bell, guys.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Okay, are we good?
Let's see. Yeah, I just lost my chart. that I
Oh
was
no,
reading
Freddie
from.
lost that chart. Reminder
Uncharted,
that.
here it is. Go
Are
ahead.
you done with the list?
No. Elise, right here in our hometown.
Oh, that's right.
We love her. We saw her at breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
Amanda.
Freddie left a booger under your table.
Yeah, look for the booger. And you can turn that in for an NOTLP pen anytime you find one of my boogers. Amanda in Oakmont, PA. Commanda.
Hi, Commander.
Ernest in San Antonio, Texas.
We hope to see you soon.
Yeah. And Jim in Amherst, Ohio.
Welcome, boy. I don't know where Amherst
It's a
is.
good
Thank
list of
God.
people. All our patrons are great. All our listeners are great.
And that Albert that I mentioned at the top is our new patron.
Mhm.
And
Welcome, Albert.
I haven't met an Albert that I don't like. Not a one.
Albert
Albert.
Fish.
I love
Oh.
him. I love Albert.
Ooh.
I love Albert Fish. He's fun to roll up in rugs.
Was he a serial killer? Who
Yes.
was, who was he?
He killed kids.
Albert DeSalvo, the Hillside Strangler.
Yeah. He was a Boston Strangler, right?
Fat Albert, the rapist. hey.
Oh, shit.
Anyway.
I haven't met an Albert I do like. Just kidding.
No. You're a good Albert. You're one of the good ones.
Thank you so
What
much.
if he's not? What if he is a rapist murderer?
Oh, we don't know.
Shit. I mean,
but he's
well,
a patron, so
His
we
money's
forgive.
good. Lewis, what do we got on tap for next week?
I don't know. What do we have on tap for next week, Freddie?
Next week, we have Desierto.
Desierto, yeah.
Which
Man,
yeah.
it's pretty intense.
Grab your
It
butt.
What? Excuse me.
I said grab your butts.
Hold on to your butts.
We call them dumb cakes now.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, sorry, Lewis. Go on.
It stars Gael Garcia Bernal,
Oh, he hot.
who all the men's loves.
He looks a lot like Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
You're
Well,
thinking
Jeffrey Dean Morgan's in it also.
Oh, never mind. Maybe that's who I'm looking at.
It's about a group of
That's who I was looking at. That makes a lot of sense. God, that guy looks like Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Are you basically it's like all Mexicans look like to you, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
This is one hot movie, guys.
I love
Well, there's a weird scene in the middle of it where they stop chasing each other and just take their shirts and pants off, and they rub their penises together.
Lewis, get out of my head.
But no, it's about a group of people trying to cross the desert into America, and there's a guy, a racist Minuteman type who's just popping them off with a rifle, and so it kind of becomes a cat and mouse type thing. It's really intense.
Oh, is this going to make me feel things?
I don't know, maybe you will. I mean, it's Jonas Cuarón, who is Alfonso Cuarón's brother, and he directed what we watched last year, Children of Men.
Yeah, this looks really exciting.
Yeah.
I love a good action movie.
Yeah, this is going to be rough, I think.
Yeah.
All right, well, next week, y'all. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's on, and it just came on Netflix too last week.
Oh,
so if
perfect.
anybody else wants to watch along,
Oh, great. I'm glad you told me that. I was looking at paying for it.
How dare you?
I don't have to pay for it if you know what I mean.
Oh,
they
dear.
can take that money and buy some Taco Bell.
That's what I'm going to do with it, too.
Taco Bell. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Lewis, where can people find you if they want to know more and they want to read your Pioneer Woman screed
At Taco Bell.
at the local Taco Bell?
At the local Taco Bell. You can just find me. I post everything on my Twitter. Twitter.com/Louis Fowler, LOUISFOWLER, and I write a lot of stories about natives here. I'm a native activist, so I do a lot of stories about that here, and a lot of entertainment stories, food reviews, movies, just stuff like that. So if you just sign that, just come on, just click
on
me.
down.
I'll friend you back. I'm not too picky.
Oh, that's nice. Wait a minute. I hate you. I hate you so much.
Are we going to have to pay for those, right?
Yeah, we're going to pay
music
for
rights?
every bit of that.
Don't be doing 15-second increments.
Then you're safe. All right. Thanks so much, everybody. Bye.
Yeah. Thank you, Lewis.
Thanks, Lewis. Love you, buddy.
Adios.